Hello everybody, this is Le Minimum Lovable Product. I am Marco Lanzi and I'm about to bring you behind the scenes of building digital experiences that people will love. In the episode of today, Marco Menna, product lead at UFirst, a company building digital software to actually digitalize queuing, is going to tell us what comes first, needs or ideas? How do you change habits with digital technology? And last but not least, how do you break into product management? So let's welcome Marco. Welcome everyone and welcome back to Le MLVP. We are here today with Marco Menna, product lead at UFirst. So welcome Marco, benvenuto. So tell us, UFirst, what is it? Where does it come from and what is it for?
Hello everyone. First of all, thanks Marco to the invite, to the invitation. What about you first? As you told to everyone before, I'm the product lead in UFirst. UFirst operates in the virtual QMS field. And own a suite of solutions for enterprise customers that allow them to handle everything related to the appointments, queues, and about the stores, the network of the stores, of these stores. So our mission is to optimize the user experience for the consumer, for the final user, let me say, but also for the staff of the point of the office, let me say. And our vision is to help our customers in the process of digitalization of the user experience of the final consumer. Working obviously with a data-oriented approach, because these allow us to better understand how is working, how is going to work into the network, into the stores, and work to optimize everything into the stores, let me say.
Okay. Nice. So I think digital access to the store or to the facilities, I think it's I say from 2020 became a kind of must have a really hot topic. So is this an idea that was born with COVID, was born pre-COVID? So how does it relate to it?
No, the idea and the business already exists before the COVID situation, obviously. And obviously, during the pandemic, we lived a really fast growth in terms of obviously of clients, of dimension of the teams, and blah blah blah. Because the COVID create a new sort of needs, not only for our customers, for the clients, but also and mainly for the final consumers that start to think to optimize my experience, to optimize my time. I need to book an appointment to have the access of a specific service. So before the COVID, we worked to create a stable platform, and we was lucky in the unlucky situation because we, let me say, have the base to better work during the COVID and to intercept the new needs growing in terms of business, and arrive here with the vision to change the approach in terms of how the service are provided to consumers.
Okay, nice. So it was something that actually is like one of those examples where like you guys anticipated the need, it was there, and then all of a sudden the world changed, transformed.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you were there to get it.
The great thing was that during the pandemic, we build a sort of new product just for one of our enterprise clients,
Right.
And we work with our users, because every feedback that we received, we started to think, okay, this is something that makes sense, so we have to develop it. It was something continuous, let me say, release because of the COVID, but it was really exciting to think something that, let me say, grow with the users.
Okay, so how do you get the feedback from the consumer, from the customers?
It depends. Mainly directly from our clients, because we handled the access to the stores.
Okay.
It was a supermarket, and so we directly see which was the experience during the queue and for the entrance and when people go out from the store. But also adding to our consumer application a sort of a powerful tools of tracking to understand how does it working in this best let me say traffic period, uh, mainly directly seeing what happened. Let me say.
Okay. Okay. So it was really like on the field
Yeah,
testing as a real user of what was
we
going
read
on.
all the reviews. Okay, this it seems that this is not working. Okay, let us check.
Okay, that's nice. So I guess you guys then iterate with Agile then to adjust and
Absolutely.
okay,
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. In agile way, all the team was committed to release and roll out this kind of product, working close to the client to provide the best solution as possible. Also, because the period was really strange, let me say. So it was something similar to a mission that we felt in ourselves.
got it. No, no, and definitely I can tell you, like in the supermarket, especially in Milan, like during last year, queue was really a big thing,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But
Yeah, 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 yeah.
okay, so no, this is super super cool. Now, my question around digital transformation here is like you are like transforming how we make the queue or even inventing a category if you wish, because like before booking online to make a queue to go a supermarket, I think no one have, probably have thought we would have thought
Yeah.
about it in 10 years or so. So what are the challenges when you face this making queue industry?
The challenges was start from the first moment to think to the next transformation that we have to handle,
Okay.
because the queue is the way to understand which are the needs that live around all the user experience of of the final consumer. The queue is just a part, is the waiting part of a big issue. I need something, and some some other entity have to erogate some services to me.
Okay.
So our first approach is to think, okay, how we can solve more issues, both for our let me say actors, the consumer and the company. So we started to think, okay, what we have to do to facilitate the access to services, and we started to work to a new roadmap to put in place something that allow us after the COVID situation
Okay.
to optimize the erogation of the services. So we are going to expand the markets we are where we are present, obviously, and to introduce new kind of functionalities that can help both the staff, the store,
Yeah.
to optimize and digitalize the user experience of the consumers. This is the objective and the vision, and also the challenge for this last month of 2021 and for the 2022, obviously.
Okay, so if I see what you're if I hear what you're saying like it's not just about making the queue. That's just like a part of the experience, but it's like okay, if I look at my consumer, the queue is a mean to get to something. Like
Absolutely,
it's a price I need to pay to reach a location, reach an object, reach something which is in demand, and of course requires pooling
absolutely,
of people
absolutely, yes.
to queue.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, yes.
Okay, so like, okay, look, how do we look broader and end to end of actually what needs to get there is really the question, and the challenge is that is more with the let's say is more with the final user, is with your customers or the stores that need to provide a service or some goods, or like what are the major challenges you're facing?
The challenge is to switch from just a B2B business model,
Okay,
because currently our target is obviously the companies, Not because the final consumer is not important, but because in one way people must to be in queue, let me say,
Yeah.
in this period. Uh, so the challenge is to switch from B2B to a B2B2C
Okay.
business model, where we consider both consumer and customers as a part of our business in a more consistent way, working to, let me say, get closer the consumers with our customers, because our consumers are the client of our customers. So the way we get in touch these two kind of users is our critical success factor, let me say, because we can sell to our product to our customers, but if they don't have Q, if they don't have, if with this solution has not did not intercept their clients, obviously they don't want them. They don't want to
Clear.
pay to our solution.
Clear. You need to have like a scarcity, which is in this case is the location. A lot of people that need to access to it at the same
Yeah,
time, and that is where you create the need that you go and
yeah,
solve actually with your
yeah.
product.
But not only giving the chance to have more accesses to the stores, but also maybe to digitalize the erogation of the service, maybe.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
everything have to be erogated directly. A lot of things should be provided in a digital way. Why not? Why not to try to provide and change the world, changing, let me say, the pillars of
Mhm.
our daily life, providing something different.
No, that's super interesting. And let me ask you one thing, if you can share
Yeah.
how many people are queuing with your product.
I'm from Sicily. I can let me say tell you this story that transformed this work for me in your first as a sort of mission. Every time from Rome, when I was at university, I take a flight to come back in Sicily. I saw all Sicilian people that for their mind can't stay in line when they are waiting for board to the plane. And I didn't understand why. This is a line. It's simple. No, people, one people are in the right, one person in the left. So it was really strange. How many people is in queue? A lot of people. We have something like 1 million of active,
Okay.
1 million now of active users. So there are a lot of people that feel this need. We have to provide the best solution as possible. So to give them the chance to have something more than a simple way to stay in queue, to stay in line. Okay, this is a factor that we have to consider, but this is a need that people have. Also because we are speaking not in presence. We are doing a podcast, so maybe you can have a lot of people to have an interview in line. Maybe I
Yeah.
don't know. So
Okay, so no, I think this is really also I think really funny because being Italian, we can say we Italians we are not stronger making cues, as Marco was also calling out. I think is notoriously known, but the good part is that there are some Italians that are actually working on an application on a service to make Italians even stay in the queue. So we are changing the world, guys.
this is the real challenge to change Italian people. You know.
No, that's super cool. And so going to your let's say your journey, your career through the digital. I saw that you work in multiple startups, multiple scale up. So what's the difference working in a startup versus working in a scale up? Pros and cons, good and bad.
Yeah, I think the good thing is the pros, the best pros that I have learned is the chance to see really much different things and live much different situation. Because in my professional journey, my first need was to accelerate how my responsibilities grow
Okay.
and change context 3 4 times in the first 8 to 10 years of my career helped me to face a lot of different situations to handle in terms of managing teams, in terms of things of new functionality, of new things that I have discovered,
Okay.
and in terms of also of structure of the company. Because obviously the approach that you have handling product team and working with different stakeholders like developers, but also all the business side and external stakeholders have to change in according with the context. And in according with the priority of the business. So somewhere, one of my first focus was to intercept the needs of the different local markets, and this was really hard work, and put them in line, let me say, in terms of priority and importance of the market. In other places, the market request wasn't really important because the need was to develop the product to reach the standard of the markets.
Okay.
And after this phase, you have to start to put in place processes to handle the requests and the needs of the different local markets, let me say. So learned me, I learned from all these changes that one of the best skill that as product manager, head of product, you have to have is the empathy.
Okay.
Try to understand which is the person that you have in front, and try to understand which are the needs of your stakeholders, and work to translate the needs in something concrete that can put value in your product and in your business.
Okay, so what you're saying is like it doesn't matter like ultimately which challenges you're facing. If to be like a good product person, what you really need to look into is like, as you say, like empathy, like really try to empathize with your user, put yourself in different perspective to understand and say, okay, what the my user that will keep on changing and actually can change also during the business, like B2B, B2C, B2B2C, what is looking
Absolutely.
for? What can I give to him?
Absolutely. And if I can add a thing, everyone is a user. What changes
Agree.
the
Agree.
system? So my stakeholders are my users. So I have my approach is that I have to provide them solutions as they are the user of my application. The logic is the same. What changes the context, the technologies, the characteristics of the and the skills of the people of the teams, but every one of us is a user.
Agree. Can can just agree with that. But what one question? So if we say, let's say, being a product person, do you see difference if you are in a startup, so you really need to take care about everything, or if you're on a scale up where you're more maybe verticalized on one topic? Do you see differences or not really?
It depends on how the team is structured, first of all, and it depends by the objective. It depends from a lot of different variables that you can have. For sure, a good product person have to have context on the product that own. So have
Okay.
to understand everything about your product. Have to have a vision, independently from the, let me say, the role that you have. You can be just a stagiaire, let me say, or the head of product, but every person of the team has to have a clear vision what the product should be. Okay, this is a factor that must be present in every size of company, because this is the, let me say, the base of the evolution of something. Second thing is you have to use the product. You have to use your product, and you have to use all the products that you have. So you have to download new application. You have to use them. You have to understand how to log on it. You have to understand the different user journey. For sure, if you have a different kind of needs, so a more structured company like a scale up, should have the need to have different, let me say, teams that work as a Scrum team vertically in specific kind of bandwidth.
Okay.
So this could be something that could be useful, but all the team, the entire team, must be aligned on the high level strategies, on high level vision, because if from one end parallelizing, you obviously have the chance to go faster, but this is not certain, let me say. From another end, you could have a bottleneck in terms of alignment, in terms of stay everything in the same table, in the same place.
Okay, no, thanks a lot for that. So, like, ultimately, we go back. Like, if you know your consumer, you know your customer, your end user, and you know what are the needs that you're trying to solve. That's what's important. That you are in a small startup or in a huge
Absolutely.
corporation. This is ultimately what's the key part.
Absolutely, yes.
So to go to our like closing question, talking about product, I know that like you didn't start out from product. Actually, you got this, you discovered it during your journey. So suggestion for the person that maybe want to start in the in the product management field. What are your suggestions?
First of all, don't be scared because this is a strange work, and at the same time, I think this is the added value of this work because you have the chance to be in the middle between the business side and the product technology side of a company, and this is something really great because you have the ownership to translate two different languages that came from two different kind of people because if you are starting now to work you will understand that developers are really strange sometimes but at the same time also the business side the business people sometimes is really strange so you are in charge to translate words that are really understandable for both of the parts to the other one. So be patient. Don't be scared about all the difficulties and work on your soft skills for sure because your empathy, how you understand people is really, really important. And don't lose time to don't try your product, use your product because all the operative things I don't want to give you feedbacks about operative things because this is a word on how to write a user stories, on how to handle a backlog, and there is not a unique way to do this in the right way. Obviously, there are rules, there are ways to work, but work on yourself, work to understand the needs, and consider everything as a user.
Okay, no, thanks a lot for that. So every being user centric and consider everyone as a user, I think are two things really powerful together. And so what you're saying is like work on your hard skills, but ultimately, if you really think to, I need to provide a service to someone, being the technology side, being the business side, and
Absolutely.
ultimately put it together to get it to my final user. That's the value added of being a product person, doesn't matter in which level you are on the scale.
Absolutely, yes.
Mm. Cool. No, thanks a lot, Marco, for all your experience and all your sharing. Been really like a pleasure to speak with you. Looking forward to know also how the product also is going to evolve now that you guys
Absolutely.
are working on the, hopefully, fingers crossed, post pandemic world. And yeah, so we'd love to hear more about you in the maybe in some coming months. For the time being, I think thanks a lot for being here, and thanks
Thanks,
everyone. Yep.
thanks to you, Marco, and thanks to everyone. It was a pleasure to share my my experience with you. So thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, everyone, and stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're keen to leave a review or subscribe, it helps more than you know. I hope to see you soon in the next episode. Stay tuned.